Alrighty guys, welcome back. Got a funny story for you today. So a couple months back, I actually had the cops called on me on my new place, and it's such a dumb freaking story. It makes me laugh really hard. So what happened was I had a few buddies over, you know, just having a little get together, and one of my friends was in from out of town. So I was like, hey, you know, dude, spend the week with me instead of a hotel, since you can't find a place. You know, I'm cheaper than a hotel. Just make me some food and you're welcome in my home. So yeah, he came by, made some food. It was great, especially the steaks he made. And as we were there, my other friend shows up. I'm not gonna name any names just because, you know, I don't know, I just don't want to name any names. But so friend one was just spending the week with me, and then I have friend two who came over to my house. So friend two comes over, and my car is filthy, like dirtier than that truck, dirtier than that semi, just disgusting, absolutely disgusting. And I have a silver car, so from like 10 feet away it looks clean, but up close it's was disgusting, just covered in filth. Like, I've had this car for 10-11 years, and I think I washed it twice. I washed it like a week after I got it, and then I washed it like a couple years after that. So it hasn't been washed in literally years. So just imagine all that grime and gunk and just nasty shit all over it, right? My friend number two, not the one who's spending the week with me, number two, he comes by, right? And he starts like drawing on the trunk of my car. Not like the window where the dirt's like pretty easily visible, on the trunk. So he writes like an H, and he looks at his finger and he goes, oh man, this is really dirty. And I'm like, well fuck, if you're gonna write on my car, at least finish whatever you were gonna write. Now that was a really dumb mistake on my part. I should not have told him to finish it, because I would have just had an H on my car. So he wrote help on the back. I don't know if he was trying to write like help wash me, or like help me out, or what, but he just wrote help. And it was like a quarter of my trunk, so it was like big but not noticeable because it's in dirt. A couple days goes by, and friend number one who's staying with me is like, hey, I'm gonna use your car to run out and grab some food. And I was like, yeah dude, go for it, I'm working, take my car, here's the keys, go for it. I guess one of my neighbors actually saw that help sign, right? So he gets back about 10 minutes later. I'm working, mind you, because I work from home. So I'm working, right? I'm in the middle of a call making money, and all of a sudden I hear boom, boom, boom. And I'm like, hold on, to the guy on the phone, I'm on the phone with, I was like, I gotta sit you down for a second, I'm sorry. Someone's banging at my door, and at first, I thought it was my friend. I walk out to the living room where my friend's eating his tacos or burrito or whatever food he decided to get. And I'm looking at it, I'm like, dude, why are you banging? Like, I told you, keep it down while I'm fucking working. And he's like, that wasn't me. All of a sudden I hear boom, 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 real loud again. And as soon as I hear this, the like third boom, I hear, hey, this is the police. And so I look down at my front door, and I'm looking down, and I see some guy wearing all black. Looks like he's in a cop uniform. So I open up the door, and he goes, are you guys okay? And I was like, what the fuck, yeah. He's like, oh, I need proof that you live here, blah, 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 get your ID, this and that. So I gave him my ID, and my friend's just upstairs eating his freaking burrito, confused as hell, and I'm like, what is this about? And the cop goes, oh, well, one of your neighbors saw the help sign on the back of your car, and thought you were suicidal. And I was like, what? Why would I do that? Like, what? In what? Okay, like, thank you for checking in on me, I'm fine. So the way the cop described it to me is my neighbor made it seem like I had a white sheet of paper draped like across my windshield that said help. So I'm sitting there, because this was literally like 3 or 4 days after my friend wrote it, so I completely forgot about it. And I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? Help sign on the back of my freaking car. What? Are you, like, I'm looking at the cop like he's fucking crazy, and he's looking at me like I'm about to get arrested or put in a mental institute for being fucking crazy. So I open up my garage to investigate this giant help sign on my back window, and the cop's looking at my car, and he sees it written in dirt, and his face went from, oh, I'm gonna arrest this fucking kid, to, oh my god, she called about that. So one of my freaking neighbors must have just barely saw that as my friend was pulling out, and thought like my friend was like kidnapping me or holding me hostage or something, or they thought I was suicidal. And I was just like, dude, what the fuck? Like, I don't know, it's one of my most favorite stories to tell now. ever since I moved in this new place. It cracks me up. And I remember the cop's name, and I remember what he looks like. So if I hope I see him again, like just randomly on the street, I'm gonna be like, hey, I don't need help. Because his face was freaking priceless. It was beyond perfect. It literally went from, oh, this kid's getting arrested, I'm putting him in jail, I'm putting him in a locked up institute, whatever it is, to, are you serious? This chick really called because someone wrote help in dirt? But again, like, she made it seem to, like, the dispatcher or the cops or whoever she's talking to on the phone that it was like a giant sign on the back of my car and this and that, and I was just like looking at the cop. I was like, dude, if she calls again, I'm definitely gonna report her for harassment or some shit, because like, this is, no, like, you don't do that. If someone's really suicidal, yeah, make sure they need help, but come on, like, someone wrote help in freaking dirt? Nah, come on, don't be that dumb. I thought it was hilarious. I thought it was a great story. Ah, look at that lake. River? I don't know why I just called the river a lake. Look at the Lanka River. But yeah, guys, so I am gonna end the vlog here as well. So I will catch you guys next time. Peace.